All right. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon to anybody out on the other side of the ocean. Nasty NASDAQ. What do we got? Doesn't want to flush. I've been watching it for an hour or two now. Not wanting to dump. I've been looking to short this, but it just doesn't want to dump. All right. Jesse James, Steve Parisi, Randy Chapin, Duality. Who else is here? Jesse James in the house. Good evening. Are we finally going to get this dump? Been watching it for a while now. No dump, though. There you go, Duality. Smash that like button. Captain Price, buy. Captain Price, no dump then? No pullback before the buy? Come on, we need a little pullback, something. We need a little something. SF Future Trading, welcome to the stream. Good evening, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon to everybody on the other side of the ocean. Is this it for the pullback? Can we not go any further? What's holding this thing down? What's holding it? Break this channel. We need to flush. Enough already. So anyways, we got all-time highs during the morning session. I came in with some wins from last night, and honestly, I didn't think I took one trade and I bailed this morning. It was pretty choppy. Wasn't liking it. I remember now. I missed an entry, and that was a beautiful entry that I missed, and I let it go and walked out. So we'll see if Asia treats me a little better. Good evening. Elderly Wisdom Vault. Shalom. All right, we need a pullback, bro. We need something. Let's see if we can at least get, what is it? 910. We get 910 out of this pullback? We need 910, or I need 910. We're breaking that channel finally. I thought we weren't going to get out of that channel. Question is, can we get all the way down to 910 and start figuring out what nasty NASDAQ is going to do tonight? All right, well, let's see how far this pullback goes or takes us. Otherwise, are they really going to hold all-time highs and continue to push this up tonight? Hey, we've seen all-time highs being set during the overnight session over and over this month or the last couple of weeks. Wouldn't be surprised, but man, come on, give us something. Stronger pullback. I feel like longing here is like longing in the middle of the air. There's no levels, nothing up here. Give us at least 910 or something. 900. Test the 900. All right, good evening, everyone. Nasty NASDAQ hovering around all-time highs. They did it again. Crazy, setting another all-time high during the overnight. They just set the all-time high at what, 970? That accurate? Yeah. Wow. Well, let's see if this is rejection of that and we finally get stronger pullback on this. Chris Peters, market is at tipping point. We are not far from a big correction. Yeah, I mean, we've had corrections. Do they hold though, right? We flush 400 points and we come right back in the next 2 days. This is nasty NASDAQ. Just don't short it. Don't short it in the long term. Any nasty pullback, any nasty flush, just long it. NASDAQ drops 300, 500 points. Everything so far is it's going to pump. Buy the dip. Been very profitable buying the dip this year. But I don't know about corrections, man. I wish these corrections would hold. Finally take a stronger pullback, but it's not happening. Jose Magallanes, good evening, brothers. Randy, I have the 200 EMA on my 1 minute and it has respected it all night. Yes, until now. I was watching it. This is the 1 minute. I've been watching that 200 SMA, which is the red line. And until now, we finally broke. Question is, can we flush for around 910? If they can't even bring it down to about 910, then forget it. Jesse James, Delta Divergence long on NQ. Long, man. Hey, I don't blame you. Friend is your friend. I'm just trying to see if we can get at least 910 or a 900 test before I long this. I feel like I'm longing in the middle of the air. But friend is your friend. I don't know if we're going to get a stronger pullback than this. Maybe it. Harry Devi, I am scared to go long. Anytime dump. Yeah, that's same here. I'm waiting for a stronger pullback. Just can't see how they're going to hold this all night. Just doesn't make sense, but then again, they've set all-time highs during the overnight over and over. All right, well, we're trying to figure out what NQ is going to do tonight. Do me a favor, if you're new to the stream, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algo. Let's see. Chris Peters, both BTC and Ethereum hitting all-time high. Man, what the hell is driving this market? Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense, but just don't short the American economy. That's the #1 rule. I don't know what Trump did, but he's just making sure this market does not dump. No major corrections with a hold. We've had corrections, but corrections without a hold. CRCL raised billions to buy crypto. Mike Yusuf, thanks for that little tidbit there. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I can't long this here. It's like longing right in the middle of nowhere. Ethereum tapped 4630 today. Wow. If they can't flush below this, the 920, if they can't even come to test 900, then Jesse's trade is golden, long in it. Crazy they can't even pull it back to test 900. That's how strong these bulls are right now, so don't mess with them. I just don't want to long unless we have a stronger pullback, but this could be it. This may be it in terms of a pullback for now. Well, good evening to everyone. Looking for a long, but can I get this long a little lower? Or is this it for the pullback? May have to start with micros on this long then. Ugh. Don't want to get caught with my pants down on a flush. All right, let's take a little census here on whoever's online right now. Are we going down from here, or are we pumping from here? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let's take a little vote. Are we going down from here? In other words, a bigger pullback, or are we pumping? I want 910, 900. When we get there? Chris Peters, no clue. Harry Devi, dumping. Jose Magallanes, he's short with a stop loss at VWAP. Jesse, I thought you said you were bullish. What happened? Ah, you flip-flopped on me. I was counting on your long there. All right, Jesse James flipped. No longer bullish. Mike Yusuf got bought up. Let's see. Bulls, okay. Elderly. Pull back to 920, then we pump. I'm looking for 910, but I like your idea. PR77. Can't peel anything off from 1 minute micros. Give you a chance. Can't peel anything off from 1 minute micros. Give you the chance to move some in or out. True, I might actually trade some micros tonight. Steve Parisi, Dustin Sharp, dumping, sell, drop the needle. All right. Let's see if we get 910. I may, like I said, I may switch to micros tonight. If we're really going to build a long, but I need that long way down there. So let's see if we get the dump. Get a little flush and long it, but it's not happening. And now, Jesse has flipped on me, and now he's not believing on the long. I'm teasing. Randy, I got caught in that big 746 spike candles. I have to work at getting back into green for the night. Oh, bummer. Yeah, they've had a couple of nasty candles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 nasty candles. Even, yeah, they've had some volatility today. PR77, my target is on 920, but I'm chicken. Hey, I don't blame you, man. CPI today was brutal. It was some nasty back and forth. Then finally they gave the move to all-time highs. Jesse, I'm always long bias, so I'm wrong a certain percentage of the time. Hey, being long bias on NQ is not a bad thing, so don't beat yourself up for it. Over time, over the long term, longing NQ has paid this year. Christopher, hey, sup, everybody? Let's try to get some green, but I need a pullback. There we go. Let's go. I need 910. I need 910. I'm short too. Dustin Short, JC checked the opening range breakout on all sessions. It's great recently. Just used the supply-demand zone that broke the range as stop loss. All right. I like the idea. Are you talking about opening range for the overnight as well? In other words, the 15-minute opening range for the Globex? Or are you talking about using the, well, no, I don't think you would be talking about that. Using the New York Open 15-minute opening range for Globex. Christopher, yeah, I think I'm alive again, which could be good, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Can't get too excited. SW8 short 45 micros. Damn, bro. 45 micros, you're not playing around. Okay, and London and New York. Okay, so I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mainly use the 15-minute opening range breakout for New York. But good point. I should probably look at it for Globex as well, or Asia. London, London, I don't stay up at that late, but it'd be interesting to see how the London 15-minute opening range plays out during New York and other sessions. SW8, we passing this combine tonight. All right. Well, I need 910. 910 or 900. Let's go. Flush it. Where's the 20 SMA on the 30-minute? 20 SMA on the 30-minute is at 918. All right, well, we'll find out. We'll find out if there's more to a flush here or not. Jesse James has a long entry staged at 9:25. Got to run to a doc appointment with the wifey. Be back in a bit, everyone. Don't miss me. All right. So he's got a long entry at 25. I think I'm going to wait for 10. If not, then I don't mind hopping on a long, but for a stronger pullback. I hope this is it. I hope this isn't it for the pullback, though. Come on, let's go. 910, 900. I think I'll start with micros down there. Chris Peters, well, the trend is bullish, eh? Yeah, you are right. The only thing that we did do is break out of this ascending channel that's been playing out since the morning session. Let's just see how far this break takes us. Do keep stop loss or hold for recover or DCA. REW. Oh, you're in a position? Depends on where your position's at. S future trading, have mine at 929. Didn't get in, so am out. Yeah, I'm going to attempt the long down at 900 if we get there. See. Ari Divi, any news tomorrow? Good question. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Tomorrow's the 13th. Crude oil at 10:30. Fed speaker at 8 a.m. Eastern. And looks like an uneventful day. And then Thursday, PPI, baby. That's where the action happens. All right, so I'm in a short. I'm targeting 910. Dustin, also JC for Asia. I trade gold because it's better to me. Yeah, man. I actually I started setting up my gold charts. So I took a look at it early. Gold was moving. Nikkei was moving. Oil, I don't know about oil. Let's take a look at crude. Yeah, I'm looking along this. I was interested in longing it down here, and I missed it. Oh, that would have been a nice long. Triple bottom. Take a look at gold. Gold, I just don't know what to do. That just looks crazy. And our friend Nikki had the bounce. I saw this. To your point, Dustin, that was a 15-minute opening range, New York bounce. I saw that. All right, come on, let's go for 9, what is it? 910. I am in a little short, targeting 910. But I don't know if we're going to get it. We need a flush. But yeah, as far as news, we do have PPI. Not tomorrow, but on Thursday. Should be interesting. All right, I did enter a short. Why is my short not showing? Let me try this. Hold on. There we go. I am in a short targeting 910, which should be a little bit of resistance from the morning session. But I'll probably give it 5 points above the 200 SMA as a stop. Not looking good yet. We need a flush. Today I didn't take much trades during the morning session. I attempted to catch the all-time high play. That was it. See if these bears can flush this. Otherwise, bulls are in control. Rhino, sup guys? You got me a short 2. I'm back in the green. Got stopped out earlier, made it back nice and green now. All right, good. Any ideas about the 20% US deficit on the news? Does it why it going down? I don't know. No idea. No comment. No comment on US deficit. US deficit or not, the market keeps pumping. Jesse James, listening from the car. Let's go. So I'm in a short, but I got to be realistic that bulls are in control. If we start pushing probably a 10, 15 point stop on that, and going for 910, but this could be the end of that pullback. Well, good evening to everybody. Steve Parisi stopped out of my micro. That's a micro. AVL, this is the NQ minis. Starting with 1 mini. A little late to the party, so I'm looking for a flush here. But it's a risky trade, so I'm only going to give it 10 to 15 points stop. Steve Parisi, that's green is green, brother. Jimmy Trades, long time no see, brother. What's up? Good to see you, my 15-minute opening range breakout player. Hey, busy is good, man. Well, good to see you either way. All right, so we're in this descending channel here, right? Very tight and dangerous. Good, man. Good days, bad days, but overall, trying to keep it green. Ibrahim, good morning, brother. Yusuf. Hello, everyone. JC, are you a Tradeify affiliate? Yes. Tradeify, yes. I'm going to buy 2 more 150K S2F accounts. You received your second payment, and you must be happy with Tradeify, my friend. Tradeify is 15 minutes. That's how long it takes most of the time that I take a payout from Tradeify. So excellent. Good job. And yes, my code should work with Tradeify. Appreciate you asking. Rhino, who ain't trading 50-minute open range these days? All I see is videos on YouTube like it's something new. Well, I took the 50-minute opening range breakout, I think, twice last week. Both profitable. Both. So I take that trade every now and then. Jimmy Trades, have you tried Alpha Futures? I have not. I've heard about it, but I have not. Elderly, Shalom, bought a 25K with Tape Profit Trader using your code. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm waiting actually on Take Profit Trader to get some giveaway accounts. So stay tuned. Looking to set up some giveaways pretty soon on Take Profit Trader. All right, this tight little channel is dangerous. The tighter the channel, the nastier the breakout. Descending channels usually break out to the upside, but I'm hoping we can still come down to a little bit more of this move to the downside. Otherwise, I'm going to have to clip it. Might bounce off a 926. Yeah, it's getting tight. So something's going to happen. Although Asia usually is tight. Lots of resistance at the 930. Resistance or support? Struggling to flush below 930. IJC, how washout day? Did you trade CPI? Yeah, I did take. I didn't have the best green day, but I walked out with I think 500 in the green today. I missed a beautiful trade, and that's when I called it before I went into tilt. But I did walk out in the green. Traded CPI. All right, come on, Bears. You flush this? Jimmy Trades. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you have. Most of us have plenty of different strategies. I don't have just one strategy. I just mentioned you because I know you like your 50-minute open range breakout. But by no means was I trying to say that you only trade that one. All right, here we go. We're breaking that support area of 925. If we can break through that, then 910 is possible. But we need to break through that. There we go. Let's flush it. Can we get the flush to 910? Maybe not. Dustin Sharp is telling us that it just broke our ORB. ER77, I caught that crazy red candle last night for 550 on the China news. What time was that? I go to bed early, so I didn't stay up that late. Rhino, I think the 15-minute opening range breakout has been around for quite some time. I don't think it's something recent. I think it's been around for at least since I've been trading futures. Which is not long, by the way. I mean, I don't think there's, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a new strategy out there. I think all these strategies have been around for years now at this point. You know, whether you're talking about 15-minute opening range breakout, ICT, air flags, bull flags, these are strategies that have been around for years, decades. S future trading, I caught that too, made 1200 on new eval. Oh wow. Yeah, I went to bed, so I don't know. All right, this is what I was afraid of, that this is as far as we go on this wave and we get a bounce. 40 points in 1 minute? Wow. Beauty. All right, doesn't look like we're going any lower than this, and I'll probably have to clip it if we get out of this channel. Yeah, 930 is becoming support. They were not able to break through that support. So 930 seems to be the low for now. I was playing the break of that level. Not working. Sawdust and blinker fluid. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again, brother. Rhino, the reason YouTubers will make videos on any strategy is going after new traders. So although the strategy has been around for a while, every YouTuber wants their video to be the one that's watched. It's actually pretty smart. Any strategy that is out there, a YouTuber will put a new or a newer version explaining the strategy for a specific purpose. It's not necessarily claiming this is a new strategy. That's how YouTube works. You always want to capture the trending videos from the past and do your version of it. All right, so that's as low as we go for now. $137 points. That's a nice trade, Jimmy. Mike Yusuf, welcome to the stream. All right. Not looking good for this short. 930 holds, then that's the bounce area, and I'll probably have to flip long. Jimmy trades. Well, micros are profitable, man. Don't take away your credit for trading micros. Micros can be very profitable. Nimai Prasad. Howdy. Welcome to the stream. Elderly, I'm still on this trade. See if we continue the pullback or it's a bounce here. Rhino, no worries, brother. Probably did. No big deal. Nimai, how's my day going? Trying to find direction on this damn NQ. AC, it's a ride to the downside. 1 hour overbought. There's no such thing as overbought or oversold. Just when you think it is overbought, they'll pump it even higher. But I am looking for a pullback. I'll give you that. But bulls have been pretty nasty in the overnight pumping. I mean, they've set overnight highs multiple times in the last week. Nimai Prasad, I've been trading gold futures. It's been moving real nice lately. Yeah, I was looking at gold. I gotta spend more time on gold charts. It moves and it respects levels and trend lines for the most part. KC 935 short for me. You entered at 935. Well, let's see if we can get continuation on this pullback. Otherwise, 930 could be the bounce area. So, they need to flush below 930. 910 is your TP. Yep, that's my TP as well. Yeah, NQ, you just can't short NQ. I think that's the one rule now with NQ. Long term, you will pay dearly if you short NQ. It's the one instrument that you buy a pullback and you're golden. Well, significant pullbacks. All right, we're taking a little risky trade here, trying to play the flush of a support area. Targeting 910, but it could go either way right now. That 925 area is holding. They've been unable to push below that during the overnight session. So this could be as far as we go, but we'll see. It ain't over till it's over. Appreciate you, elderly. Shalom. Ibrahim is targeting 900. I think KC Kai TV is also targeting 910. Looks like a couple of you are in shorts already as well. So let's see if we get this. It does need to flush below 925 pretty soon. Otherwise, we in trouble. Trading, don't use stop loss? I do. I have a mental stop loss above the 200 SMA. So that's the stop. Of course, with some of the wicks tonight, with my luck, I'll get wicked 20, 30 points up and get caught with my pants down. But usually I try to avoid the wicks. All right, let's see if they can flush. They need to flush here. Susu Bear going to front run along here. I think you'll be fine. If we get to 910, 920 area, that's probably the reversal area. So you're front running it probably 10 to 15 points. Dustin, yeah, I don't know, man. Could go either way. It's not convincing yet. We need to flush below 925 for the trade to be alive. It's a critical support area that has not been broken during the overnight session yet. We're playing the break of that level and hopefully go into 910. Let's see. Casey, I'm taking a long at 900, 910. You might have to take it earlier. This thing might not flush down there. Randy, 926 tested 2 times. Yes, sir. I'm going to start zooming in on this. This level, right? We have not been able to break below this during the overnight. So if they hover here a little too long and start basing, then it's not going to be a break to the downside. It's going to be a reversal or a bounce. Okay, they're starting to break through. At 9, this wick right here, 925 needs to be broken soon. Otherwise, it's support for the bounce. Drum roll, drum roll. Can they do it? All right, give us another candle. Otherwise, it's just a wick for a bounce. Five minute is starting to look like a breakdown. And you continue though. Ibrahim, we should have a take TP hit song. I agree. All right, it's coming to resistance. You got the 20 SMA on the 5 minute. May not be able to do it on this run. $9.25 is held, and we have not been able to break through that during the overnight. I think I'm going to set a stop very tight. If we push above 930, this play to the downside is over. That becomes a pump. So, question is, how far do I want to give my stop? If we come back to 932, there's no point of holding on to that. At that point, they're bouncing it. So I'm not going to take many chances on that. PR77. Oh, man, I'm sorry that you're not feeling okay. But yeah, get some rest. You've had 2 long weeks of some insane travel. So get some rest. Get ready for the weekend and rest. I'll see you next couple of days. Casey, I just put my stop at 932. I'm giving it 2 points from entry because we're below now. We're in profit right now. We can't flush below 925, then the play is done. This either happens or it doesn't. Okay, here we go. Get a flush. It's not happening quick enough, and bears need to flush it. Just pushed below that support level from the overnight. So they need to hold on and keep pushing down. Bringing my stop now to a little bit of profit. I'll leave it there for now. Whoops, what did I do here? Oh no. What did I do here? Shit, what did I just do? Okay. Woo. You guys didn't hear that. All right, stop is at 932. I'll leave it there for now. I'm playing the flush of that level, so if they come back, it's over. Not happening. Not happening quick enough. May bail sooner. Ah, don't do that. Mario, Tori trades as a babe. Yeah, we like Tori here. Bounce. All right, so no flush below 925. Oh well. Come on. Casey, trust. I could trust, but I lose my patience. I'm not liking it. Not liking it. May have to take my 80 bucks. If that. Yeah, we're back to 925. 925. They can't push above 925 because that's the area they were trying to break through. Landon, looks like it. Looks like a bounce. CB 921 was a key support level during New York session. It may hold there for now. Yeah, it's been a level that has not been able to be. They haven't been able to flush below 925 or hold below 925 during the overnight either. But see if we get lucky here. No, not looking. I'm not liking it. That's the bounce. So now they're back to the 20 SMA. Let's see if they get any pullback at the 20. Otherwise, time to get out. Yeah, looking like time to get out or let the stop play. Struggling. They're struggling to get below 925 again. Yeah, they're holding that level. I'm closing that trade. They're holding that level. Shook me out. They're holding it. So now, how do we participate in this long? It's definitely slow today. At least right now. Can I hop on this long now? See if we can get back up to at least 940. Steve Parisi, gotta go. All right, brother. Have a good night. You got the 200 SMA at 940. You got VWAP at 944. See if we get a quick 10 points here at least. Nope. God damn it. Now you want to flush. Christopher is in a long. Where's VWAP? 944. So can we get in between the 200 SMA and 944? What do we have up here? 940. VWAP's at 943. 20 SMAs at 937. Let's leave TP there for now. Can't win in either direction tonight. Takes forever. Struggling. Even on the bounce is struggling, huh? Sunny, there is a bright buy block around 933. Yeah, we're at the 20-minute, at the 5-minute 20 SMA. which is providing resistance right now. If we look at the 5-minute, not liking that 20 SMA right there. Wall of China right there. I got to be careful if this is a dead cat bounce or if we can push through. Ibrahim forming maybe a head and shoulders, possibly. Yeah, I see it. I think you're onto something there. All right, let's see if they can give us that VWAP touch. Where's VWAP at right now? 943. I'm asking for 941 something. Hitting that 200 SMA right now. $200 SMA touch. Got to watch for the rejection. And it get V. Can it give me my TP? Geez, how much are you going to... I'm there. Come on, give it to me. Come on. It was literally there. Oh, my God. Come on. Look at that. All right, we got it. All right, so we were originally short. Realized that that level that was not broken during the... Originally played the break of this level. Didn't happen. Changed direction pretty quickly. Targeted the VWAP or in between 200 SMA and VWAP. And now we'll wait for the next setup. I'm going to grab a quick little bite and I'll be right back. All right. What's it doing? So now we got to see continuation, right? Are we simply range bound? Or is that a little, what's it called? Short squeeze on this move down, or a complete V recovery? So we'll see. At this point, for me to short, I'd have to see a break of that 925 and hold down there before I get interested in a short. Bulls are strong tonight. They're not letting that key level go. At least not on this wave. They didn't let it go. That's why I got out. We saw this level support right here during the Globex Open. We saw it as support during the New York session, right? It was flipping back and forth between support and resistance. That level right here was critical, and they were not able to break through it. So that's why I got out and hopped on the long. It was a very risky short, but you have to keep it very tight. Play either happens quickly in terms of the flush, or you get out. SGT, appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Is that a your logo? Is that a ring? Attila, tonight is a scalping night. Yep. MP, ¿qué pasó? We got some green. Gonna be scalping for 5 or 10 points tonight from the looks of it. All right, let's see what they're gonna do. Let's see how far they're gonna push this. They're at VWAP right now. Will VWAP become resistance, or what are they going to do here? Jesse James is back. All right. All right, guys, let's see if we get another setup. The 15-minute is I mean, look at the 15-minute. What is that? Yeah, that staircase down and pushing right up. So this level, like I said, I was playing the break of that level, and it held. It held nicely for a pump. Glad I flipped. Sometimes you got to accept you're wrong and respect levels. In this case, it played out. Sunny, 945 contract buy block just shows up. Yeah, looks like they proved it with 925. That 925 held and they bounced it. So now we got to see what there's the next setup for this. Maybe a pullback to the 20 SMA and start building a higher low. We'll see. Stealth, good to see you. Just make sure I'm saying hello to everybody. Stealth, good to see you again. Landon, right now we're scalping, man. Looking at support and resistance levels mainly. That last short was playing the break of that support area for a flush. Didn't play out. Flipped it pretty quickly. Now I got to let this go and see what the next setup is. Ed Cardenas, you took that long with you, still in, about to get out? Yeah, that's a nice one. Just don't overstay your welcome. Perfect. Nice long, Ed. Good play. You caught it right at settlement. They went right to settlement, and let's see if now this is starting to build the bear case where they continue their play to the downside. Rangap boy, is 130 bucks good scalp for 5 micros? Green is a good scalp, my friend. Don't ever start competing against other people or question if it's a good scalp or a bad scalp. You're in the green, brother. That's a great scalp. Especially with micros, that's a great scalp. Vinny, yeah, NQ. I think from now on, I'm going to need a stop. Well, I did play a stop on the last one. It took me a while to put it in there, but look at these candles. One, 2, 3, 4. Nasty candles. This is the 1 minute. Elderly wisdom, what's settlement? Settlement is prior day close. So they came right to prior day close and initial resistance right there. That's where we saw that flush down or that wick to the downside. E massive looking for 967. Looks like they're pushing tonight. I'm not hopping on that long though. I got my piece of that run. I'm not after the whole move. I just want a piece of that move. I got my piece of it. So now let's see what the next setup looks like. Keep pushing it. Attila, thank you for subscribing. Meow, 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 meow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you subscribing. And yeah, for anybody new to the stream, thank you for tuning in. If you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Win, lose, or draw. And I also do the New York Open New York session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Rangap boy, we're gonna break all to the dude. Normally, I would say no. But lately, all-time high has been set during the overnight session over and over again. Granted, every single time they do set overtime high during the overnight session, New York flushes it significantly, like 100, 150 points. And then New York says, we're going to set all-time high. Usually the next day, they do the same. They've been doing that the last 2-3 weeks over and over again. Every time that the all-time high gets set during the overnight, New York session comes in, they flush it, and then the New York session bulls come in and set all-time high. It's the same play over and over again. Hey man, I don't think your take profit trader works. It should, brother. JCDT. I've seen transactions on it, so it should be JCDT. Actually, let me try it right now. Hold on, let me double check. But thank you for letting me know, and I appreciate you using the code and taking the time to let me know that it's not working. But JCDT should be working with Take Profit Trader. If anybody else can just do a dummy test, I'd appreciate it. Ooh, for a second I thought I was showing my website screen and revealing my password. Man, I just literally freaked out. All right, let's go. Take Profit Trader. Let's see. Codes. Yeah, they're both there. JCDT and the original one I used to have back in the days, JC Pro Promo. I just tested it and it works. Code JCDT. It should be capital letters, I think. I think you have to put capital letters. But Alex Morse, hey, listen, I appreciate you bringing it up that you can't use it and letting me know that you want to use it. So totally appreciate that. Yeah, it sounds like it's just a caps thing. You gotta use caps. All right, let's see where we want to short this now for a quick scalp. Struggling at settlement, didn't get to previous day high. Give it a couple more minutes. See if they push above previous day. If they push above previous day high, then they're going after overnight high. Overnight high is now here. Chris Peters, we need reset discounts. I agree. All right, 15-minute candles looks like a complete reversal. We got a W pattern on the 15-minute, right? 2 attempts at 925. Failed. Jesse James, reset giveaways better than free 50K counts. I know Take Profit. Stay tuned. I'm working with Take Profit Trader right now to get some free giveaways. Not sure I'm going to get them this month, but I am pushing for some giveaways for the stream. So stay tuned on that. Alex, you were putting it on a reset. Man, I wish that code worked on resets. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. Oh boy, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do up here? Ibrahim in a long at 951, huh? Alex Morris, no worries, brother. I appreciate that you're taking the time to use the code, so that's more important for me. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, they're continuing to pump this, man. Wow, where are they going? They're going after over. See if they push above previous day high, then they're definitely going after overnight high. And wow, another all-time high set during the overnight. Crazy. Rangat boy, give us that 969. Damn, you're going all the way for this. Overnight high, all-time high, huh? We're only 20 points away, so I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Let's see if they give us another test of VWAP. If VWAP holds, then I agree with you guys. They're going after all-time high. But they've been teasing after this initial wick for all-time high. They teased. And everything has been a flush. Let's see if this is a flush. Best DJ in town is telling us that 951 is the value area high that is becoming the resistance. Settlement becoming resistance. Okay. That would have been the entry on that short. Ugh. That was a quick 10, 15 points right there to the 200 SMA or the VWAP. Jesse James, you passed your 150Ks? Good for you, man. I'm still working on them. I'm getting close, but I haven't been trading. I haven't been aggressively trading them either. But if you passed yours, good stuff. Best DJ in town. I have prior day close at 948.50. I've been trading. This is the master account that I've been trading for, well, since I blew my accounts a couple weeks ago, and I'm still working on it. I think I'm at one. I'm pretty close, and this would be passing. This is being copy traded now over 12 accounts. Let me show my screen since we have some time. This is the progress on the master account. You guys know that on Thursday I blew my accounts live. So these are all brand new accounts. This is the progress on this one. 7 grand, about 89% win rate. Here's the 200 bucks that I'm up so far today. But it's been slow progress, and that's what I'm planning on keep doing. Little base hits and get there. Out of 29 trades, 26 wins, 3 losses. But as you can see, most of my days are probably 3 trades, 3, 2, 5. Actually, that's volume. That's contracts. I don't know if that's winning trades or... No, I think that's the number of trades. Very low volume in terms of trades. Try to stay out of the market as much as I can. Today was a disappointment. I could have had a lot more than 590 in the morning. I missed one trade, and I knew I was going to go on tilt, so I walked away. But slow progress. We'll see. Back to the charts. Jesse, the 10 Apex accounts. Yes, nice, man. Those are the ones that count, right? We all love Apex, or I do. Those are the ones that paid. July, I only got Apex payouts. Now I'm working on a nice little bunch of 150Ks. So hopefully another week or two. I'm not rushing it. I'm at 7K. What did I say I was at? 7.6, so pretty close, and all of those 150Ks are at 9K profit goal, but I'm trading them slow, not rushing anything. All right, so the short was at the test of previous day high. Shoulda, woulda, coulda doesn't count. We'll let that one go. What do you want to do, Nasty NASDAQ? What do you want to do? So it came, tested VWAP, and little bounce. You got all the moving averages here, 200 to 20. Little area confluence there. Juve por siempre. Hello, folks. Smash that like button. I agree with Juve. Let's listen to Juve. If you're new to the stream, or if you're a part of the stream and enjoying the content, help me out with the YouTube algo. Slowly trying to grow here on YouTube. Just doing my thing. Trying to keep a cool vibe here, relaxed. No flexing, none of that nonsense. Just trading, win, lose, or draw. So if you're liking the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Last night, there were no trades. I think I was on Mucinix last night, and I ended up just rambling about everything else but trading. I think we got into what was the conversation last night? We ended up on a tangent talking about carnivore diet. But I was on some Mucinix last night, so I did not end up taking trades. Jesse James, can we talk about carbs again? Dinner, pepperoni pizza, pocket, and Boston cream pie. I miss those days, brother. I miss those days. Trust me, I wish I could eat all that stuff. There were times in my life where I could eat all that stuff and stay lean. Nowadays, if I try that stuff or eat all that stuff, you'll notice my cheeks. I put weight in my my wife says that when I gain weight, the first thing I gain weight, the first noticeable sign that I'm gaining weight are my cheeks. It's weird. It's right. As future trading, I'm sorry, brother. My excuse was I was on Mucinix. I was sick all weekend. I didn't trade Monday morning session. I did trade last night, but I was on Mucinix. Jimmy Trade still on carnivore? Yeah, I'm still on carnivore. I don't think I'm coming off. I think that's going to become my lifestyle, I guess, if you want to call it. But I'll be honest, carnivore diet is the only thing that keeps me lean. The minute I cheat or the minute I flip to eating everything else, weight goes up quickly. Within a week, I can put 10, 15 pounds. Christopher, that's right. Christopher, that's so funny. Christopher, this morning, I turn on the New York session stream, and the first thing I see is Christopher writes, "Hey, I just heard your voice. You just woke me up." Apparently, Chris, you just fell asleep last night on your chair and literally woke up for the New York session? That's crazy. Randy Chapin agrees. Yes, I really noticed weight loss in my face, not as puffy. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing, but now I gotta watch that. Now I know that way if I'm cheating too much on the diet. Christopher, brother, I hope you got a good sleep though. That is funny that you woke up on your chair with your headphones, and of course you, what is it? The stream song. That's funny. All right, now it's really slowed down. Elderly, shalom. Can you guys really want another night of me just talking about what I eat? But Elderly asked, Elderly, can you give us a quick rundown on what's your carnivore diet like? What do you eat? So carnivore diet, for those of you that don't know, is exactly what it sounds like. You eat only meat. Meat and eggs. That's all I eat. So I literally have steak in the morning, lunch and dinner. I mix beef, chicken, pork every now and then. Very, rarely I'll add some spare ribs, pork spare ribs, and fish, salmon mainly. But most of the time, I'm either having steaks or ground beef every single day. I grill Saturdays and Sundays. I grill for the week, whether it's steaks, chicken, whatever, my spare ribs, which I love. And I've been on carnivore going into 2 years now. I think I'm close to 2 years. I forgot exactly when I started. The carnivore diet works if you're strict because your body can't burn protein for energy. So you force your body to only burn fat for energy. Because I'm not putting in carbs. I don't put vegetables. I don't put fruits. I don't put rice, potatoes, nothing. It's literally just meat. Whether it's beef, chicken, pork, or fish, zero fiber, correct, Elder. I've lost now close to 30 pounds on this diet, though, and I've held it. You guys are probably, some of you are probably going like, well, what's your cholesterol look like? You're going to die, bro. Well, that's what I thought. I've been to the doctor now 4 times, gotten blood work because I've been worried about blood work. It's the lowest triglycerides that I've had ever in my life, and the healthiest LDL, HDL ratio. In other words, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. So I'm not switching. I'm sticking to it. I do cheat every now and then, right? The kids are around the house. They want to have pizza or something. But when I cheat, is when the pounds go up pretty quick. So I'm pretty close to 2 years on carnivore, and I don't see myself switching. It's been a lifestyle change. It's not just physical, your sleep, your mood. It's hard to explain. It worked for me. It may not work for everybody. Jesse James, the occasional Twinkie. Ooh, don't get me started on what are those cakes? The ice cakes. Oof, donuts. But I've cut sugar completely from my intake. I don't take any sugar at all. There is zero. I have zero consumption of sugar for the last 2 years or a year and a half. Very minimal sugar. Elderly, what's the food you miss the most? Man, I love my pasta. I love my rice and potato. I'm Latin, man. Our culture loves rice, potatoes, pasta. I don't have any of that. Pizza. I do give myself. I don't do tacos. I hate tacos. Buddy of mine goes to Taco Bell all the time, and he's like, "Hey, let's go to Taco Bell." Hell no, you can't pay me to go eat at Taco Bell. I'll do Chipotle, but not Taco Bell. Stanley, I'm low carb, but it's hard when I travel. Yeah, I used to. I don't know if PR77, Jimmy Trades. Let me correct what I just said. No Taco Bell. I'll do some tacos, but just no Taco Bell. Where was I? Oh, Stanley, I'm low carb, but it's hard when I travel. Yeah, you can ask PR77 if he's still around. Him and I used to travel for work a lot. When I would travel with him up in Canada, I would have to find a way to get beef. And you're at hotels. Hotels are going to have everything but beef. So yeah, a lot of steak, dinners, running around trying to find burgers, throw away the bun, throw away the fries, and just eat a lot of burger while you're on the road. And steak. That's my diet when I travel. But when I'm home, steak in the morning, steak at lunch, steak for dinner. And you don't get bored of steak, trust me. But like I said, it doesn't, it just depends if it works for you. For me, I have a very pork. Ooh, Jimmy Trades, some pork ribs. Oh, my friend. I did some pork ribs the other day on the grill. I did some good stuff there. Tender. Nothing like some melt in your mouth, tender ribs. Yep, I used to smoke them. I think I did. I used to do them for about 8 hours smoked. Now I just don't have the time. I'll put them on the grill or in the oven, very low heat, for about 2 hours. Elderly, so if you eat vegetables, will it mess you up? Elderly, it doesn't mess you up. The problem when you do carnivore is the whole point of carnivore is you're putting a ton of protein in your body, but your body can't burn protein for energy. So if you're only putting protein, right, what's it going to use for energy? Fat. So all the fat from the ribeye, the fat from the burgers, the fat from spare ribs, the fat from salmon, that's what your body burns for energy. So once you start putting carbs, like vegetables or fruits, your body will go to carbs and sugar first for energy and leaves the fat alone. So if I start adding veggies and fruits, I'm going to get big pretty quick because I'm eating a very high fat, high protein diet. The only way a carnivore diet works is if you're strict, you put meat and eggs only, your body relies on fat for energy, and that's why you thin down. I lost 30 pounds, and I've kept it. I don't have swings. The only swings I have are when I cheat and I start adding, I don't know, the kids offer me brownies or something, and one brownie becomes 3 brownies. That's when I wake up all puffy. Jimmy Trades, I like your style, man. Yeah, nothing like good smoked ribs. Very 6 to 8 hours, slow cook. You got to do the wrap, you got to do the whole thing. So I like what I see. Lens Logic, welcome to the stream. We got caught in conversation here. We're trying to trade, but it looks like it's slowed down. Tommy Stark, I want to get fat. I'm too skinny, man. I wish I could say that. I wouldn't mind being too skinny so I can put on some pounds. Tommy Stark, I need like 3,300 calories a day to get my weight where I want. Well, the good thing is you can also do a protein diet and add the gym, and you'll put some weight pretty quickly. Elderly, what an interesting concept. Was it hard at first when you started it? Yeah. The cravings at the beginning are your body adjusts in about 2 weeks, to be honest with you. I think it was only like 2 weeks of adjustment. Tyson Hall, we are trapped, can't do anything. Yeah, that's why I'm rambling here about everything else but trading. Because we're stuck in, what does NQ want to do? Yeah, so that's my carnivore diet going into 2 years, and I'm not switching. The reason it works for me is I have a very high appetite. I love to eat, and if I'm not careful with how much I eat, I put on weight very fast. So what carnivore does is it allows me to eat all day as long as I'm putting protein. In other words, beef, chicken, fish, whatever it is, as long as I'm just continuously eating that and keeping full, I will not put on weight, because the body now is forced to consume the fat from that intake as energy. Actually, I think I shared this last night. If I go lean on the meat, for instance, let's say I do chicken breast, and that's all I eat for a couple days, I'll start falling asleep during the day because my body doesn't have enough fat to function for energy. So you got to make sure it's a balance of high fat, high protein, because all your body uses for energy at that point is fat. But read up on it. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the health field at all. It's just a diet that worked for me. I've gotten blood work 4 times in the last year and a half. And don't ask me how, with that much fat intake and that much protein intake. Lowest triglycerides ever. Healthiest LDL, HDL, good cholesterol to bad cholesterol levels. Elderly, correct, because you're going to get full. In other words, you just have to keep yourself full. The whole point of carnivore is keep yourself full with beef or meat intake. You can only handle so much. You're naturally not going to eat anymore. And you stop craving, pasta or donuts or everything else. Yeah, Jesse James is right. No health advice, entertainment only. Jimmy Trades, if I eat that much meat, I go impotent. Well, let's hope that doesn't kick in. For me, it's been the opposite, actually. Very, as far as mood, the mental fog, it's hard to explain. I've been a new person since I switched to carnivore. That's why I probably won't switch. Unless one of these blood works or a doctor's visit scans for something crazy and dangerous, then of course. Until then, it's been a life changer in many ways for me. Randy, lots of great YouTube videos on carnivore. Yeah, like I said, it's check with your doctors. I'm not advocating for it. This is just conversation for entertainment purposes only, since we're stuck in a range here. But just sharing my experience. But again, carnivore does not work if you cheat. It actually could be very dangerous. If you start putting in all that high fat and high protein and then start adding potatoes and pasta and rice and think you're going to get away with it, no. Your body is going to consume the pasta, the carbs, the rice for energy, and you're going to start putting weight with all the fat intake you're taking. It only works if you're strict. Chris Noof, we're rambling here, man. We're stuck in a range, and we're getting a repeat of last night. Not talking about trading. Team Massive, got to go up now because of this head and shoulders on the 30-minute. I see it. I do see that head and shoulders. I'm looking at the 30-minute now. Let's bring in that 30-minute chart. There's your head and shoulders. Boom, boom. Crude and gold, I don't blame you. I got to trade crude and gold during the overnight. I got to spend some time over the weekend and just chart it and figure out how it... I used to trade crude. Gold, I traded very on and off. Crude, I used to trade a lot more. And then I literally flipped to NQ and stayed on NQ. Randy, yep, bathroom time is cut by 80%. Indeed. CB, I do mostly ground bison, lamb, and some grass-fed beef, some plantain, and sweet potato every few days. Good. I mean, it sounded yesterday, I think we had a couple other either carnivore or keto diet traders. So it seems like it's a popular one among at least some of you on the stream are either doing carnivore already or doing keto. Jesse James. I had a similar life-changing diet change a while back too. I had a health scare and had to find a way to correct several deficiencies. Runs green gummies, a pack every day, and I've never been better. Hey, the important thing is do what works for you, right? As long as it works for you, that doesn't matter. Elderly, yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. All right, I guess this is the range now. Christopher, now we know why he plays with crayons. Oh, I can't with the crayons. Hey, those crayons make some good calls, man. Not for nothing, but those crayons pay. Him, at least. Yes, accuse. Pump. Yeah, we're all waiting for the pump, but we're in a range right now. 10-point range. Are you kidding me? I'm not trading that. It's a superfood, greens like AG2. Ibrahim, he's long, 946. Christopher, my gummies make me feel super. I'm sure there's some gummies out there that make a lot of people feel super. Jesse James, you're Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, guys. Not that kind of greens. That's Jesse. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid Jesus Christ moments on a live stream, man. Whenever you guys hear me say, Jesus Christ, things ain't going well. Certain things are tightening up. And it ain't the market. Yep. Christopher called it. I watched that tilt session when I blew my accounts. Was it last week? No, the week before. It's noticeable. When I go on tilt, it's noticeable. But I guess that's the advantage of doing a live stream. Now I can find those triggers quicker. Ibrahim, another buy at 935 micros. Ah, man. It's just where are we going with this? 970? Well, yeah, I guess 960, 970. That's 10 points. So far we've been what? We're at 3 points above my initial exit, right? I exited around here. And that was 945. We're at 949. Oh boy. Doesn't even justify the re-entry. Jimmy Trades, have you considered trading one account and jump onto another one if it's green? I tried. I tried doing the rotation of accounts. In other words, when I was on Ninja and Replicanto, I actually did try to rotate, trade 2 or 3 at a time and go through them. For me, it just doesn't work. I like to be done early, especially, you guys know my main trading session is New York. I try to be done within the first 2 hours, first hour if possible. And that's usually how quickly I finish. Usually if I'm trading 2-3 hours into the open, I'm in red and trying to recover. I found that I blew the accounts anyways. So for me, I copy trade all of them at once. And my cost of business is potentially blowing everything in one tilt session. But I'm okay with that. I've had only 2 full tilt sessions this year. In other words, blowing all the accounts. Got enough payouts to still justify that. So I look at it as cost of business. I'm still okay copy trading everything. As long as I have a good, healthy run, yes, the tilt day will come, but that's my cost of business. The tilt day, I'll blow them all, and my job is to try to avoid tilt. I tried rotating, and I found, okay, I'm rotating accounts, I'm getting a payout, I'm blowing like 5, I get payouts on 2, do it again. The 2 that I got a payout, I blow those. The 5 that I just started, okay, those got to pay. So it's literally, you're just cycling through accounts. It works, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm trying to move. My goal is to move to the live funded account, my personal live account, as the main account within a year or 2. The only way I can get to truly trading a live account as the main trading is building healthier trading habits. The only way I can do that is use the leverage of 20, 25 accounts, copy trade them, win, lose, or draw. If that's what I want to be doing in 2 years, putting 4 or 5 contracts on my personal account, I got to build that. And rotating, for me, I don't think is the way to build that habit. For me, not knocking on anybody. I think it works. I mean, listen, last year, I rotated accounts, and I've shared my story. I mainly traded 50Ks last year, rotating and all that good stuff. It was a very profitable year. I blew a ton of accounts, but still profitable, very profitable. This year I've blown a lot less, but I've gotten less payouts, which is fine because if what my goal is in a year or two, I want to strictly move to my personal live funded accounts. I still trade my live funded account, but I don't trade it as much as props. Props is still a lot better income for me than my personal funded account. But if I truly want to make my personal funded account the main account and the account, I got to build healthier or better trading habits. I think that's only going to happen if I trade or copy trade everything at once. That way, I'm literally trading one account. But that's for me. Doesn't mean that, this is not financial advice. I think the rotating of accounts is probably safer in the long run, but you still burn and turn a lot of accounts. It's not like you're not burning accounts. You're just sacrificing a few to justify the payout on another. That's all it is. Let's see. Ibrahim, Jimmy Trades, I've done it, and if the second is lucky for an entry or it goes red, it makes us take more trades. Yeah, more trades is the issue. I like to be done within a couple trades. Even when I showed you guys my master account performance, very few trades. Gleb, hey JC, do you have any trades open? No, we're in a consolidation area, and I closed the trade about half an hour ago. Jesse James, me too. I don't have enough time in a day to cycle through 20 accounts, so I like to copy them all, whatever the cost may be for losing trades. Yeah, it's cost of doing business. And for me, it's more of I need to find a way to make my personal account the main account within a year or two. I think I'm still about a couple years away from truly making my personal account the account that I trade. In other words, stepping away or transitioning off prop firms. If that's going to take a year or two, why not? For me, I'm spending the time to do it the right way, copy trading the leverage all at once. Shark Trends, hey guys, just got done with the meeting. Just wanted to come say hi. I am whip tired, heading to bed. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Shark, good to see you, brother. Hope everything went splendid with your meeting. And yeah, get some rest. See you in the morning. All right, we wicked to previous day high and going back into that range. Jesse James, luckily my strategy is 84% win rate. I just need to get better at cutting losers sooner. Exactly, same issue for me. It's cutting those losers sooner and not letting those losers compound on tilt days. That's the problem. You can have 2 solid weeks of trading. One tilt day can kill that. That's what I've experienced. Jesse James, the less exposure to the market, the better. He has less chances to rip our faces off. I agree. But listen, at the end of the day, do what works for you. Ibrahim, especially DCAing a lot. The Asia session is great for DCA. I got to be honest. Because right now we're technically only having these 20, 30-point moves. It's generous. It's forgiving on bad positioning where you can DCA out of a position. That's the problem with the overnight session. You can get caught DCAing pretty quickly, and then you have that bad move that goes 50, 60 points against you out of nowhere. That's the only problem. Elderly, heading out, guys. Kill it in the Asia and UK session. Yeah, I'm going to be heading out pretty soon. We've been in that 10-point range for now, 1 hour? Since I closed my trade, we're going into 1 hour of a 10-point range. Yeah, too much mental capital on that. Better get some sleep and come back tomorrow. Sunny Smiles, thank you for tuning in. Hey, I'm a new trader. Recommend any videos where I can learn some ICT concepts. I would say keep going, keep hitting YouTube, find a strategy that works for you. One Once you have a strategy that you kind of align with your personality, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I tell you, look at ICT, look at opening range breakout, look at the 20 and the 200, look at trend trading, look at trend line trading. You got to find the strategy that aligns with your personality. Find traders, YouTubers that do it live, good or bad, it doesn't matter. But you get to see the action, you get to see the entries, the exits, the thinking. But it's a journey. And I think for any new trader, it's finding the strategy that works for you, for your personality. If you're aligning with ICT, hey, I know a lot of profitable traders that trade ICT. I don't. I should learn more about ICT, but if those concepts align with your style, go for it, man. Absorb it all. All right, Jesse James is telling us my chart looks primed for a short opportunity here. I'll share in the Discord. All right. Maybe we should put you live, Jesse. Share your chart. He's saying short. Short the hell out of it. Ibrahim is giving a good advice. EFN, when you're learning, make sure to keep your trade size small always. Yeah, let's do it for 20 minutes, half an hour. What time is it? 8:30. That's perfect. That's time for me to say goodnight to the kiddos. So I'm good if you want to hop on. Hold on. Let's bring in some Jesse James to the stream. But before we do that, if you're enjoying the content, if you're new or enjoying it from the past, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I do this every night. Ooh, Jesse, I don't know about that short now. I do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and Monday through Friday, during the New York session, 9:15 a.m. I think that is a long trend. I think that is a bulls are ripping tonight. Unless they fall below this 940 level, I'm not interested. Actually 920 for the short. But I'm definitely not long in the top. At least not for now. All right, hold on for 1 second, guys. I'm going to bring in Mr. Jesse himself. Let's bring this to here. I'm going to have Jesse hop on for a little bit. That gives me time to take a quick little break. Go say hello to the kids. Oh, I forget. I got to put my headset on now. Damn it, monitor headphones. Hold on. See if we can make this happen. Bear with us for a second, guys. See if we can get this to work. Jesse, Jesse, hear me? Get in there. Perfect.
David says he hears us testing.
All right, perfect. You guys hear me and Jesse without an echo?
I think we're here. I think we got it.
Okay, no echo. You guys are good?
Oh, but I don't hear... JC, I can't hear you in the video. I was only hearing you through the stream, and now that I muted the stream, I can't hear you, brother. What's up, Tyson?
Brother, you good? They're saying they can hear me and you.
That's weird.
Saying they can hear
I'm
me.
not hearing you, bro.
Okay,
We
on.
had this working last week, didn't we, folks?
About this. Now. Hear me? Can't hear me? Let's see. Well, why don't you talk to the screen, to the stream? It doesn't matter if you can't hear
me. Thanks, Ibrahim. Well, we'll get it straightened out.
Hear me now?
I think it's like riding a bike, right?
Can you hear me now? Hello. All right, Jesse, why don't you just talk to the stream?
I'll take over. All right, no problem, JC. Do your thing, buddy. When you get back, just switch it to your screen. That way I know you're back.
All right, sounds good.
Switch the stream back to your charts.
Sound like you can...
That'll be my cue to shut up.
Still can't hear me, right?
Oh, boy. What's up, everybody? We'll let JC take a break, grab some dinner, say goodnight to the family. Juve Algobox. No, that is not Algobox. This is Ninja Renko bars. And every indicator on here except for the open, high, low, close indicator, I wrote all of these myself. So you're looking at Renko bars. On the left is a pretty big bar. And then on the right is my entry chart, which is also a pretty big Renko bar for entries. But if anybody knows about Renko bars, I'll talk about that. Or if you have any specific questions, I don't mind talking about it. But these are two out of my, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 charts that I watch. One of them's ES, just to kind of have an overview, like a bigger picture view of what's going on. But as far as stuff I look at 5 charts here, and most of all of them are Renko bars. So on the right is a 12/6. And so if you don't know about Renko bars, they're not time-based at all. They're price action based. And so they're based on how many ticks, they're tick-based charts. And they tend to, it kind of cleans up the price action just a little bit. Might keep you focused on the trending market, or little scalping trends a little bit easier than time-based bars, for me anyways. But let me get my cursor over there. You can see where I was calling out that long, we were pushing right up in here. We were starting to push right up into the red zone of these channels. You can see the linear regression channel was pointing down. All right, that's my filter. It's got to be slanted downwards to entertain any shorts. So it was slanted down. We were creeping right up into that top area. And then we got that little rip, which created those, a whole bunch of buying right there. And then that red bar is that's kind of where the bears took control of the delta, the cumulative delta, and its moving average.
Hey, Jesse.
And so, and then of course it dropped out. That would have been a nice scalp. I didn't take it. I was too busy typing in the chat, but pretty nice trade. Had I got in, I think I said we were getting, I got to be careful how I type that, because I didn't mean get short right there. I meant, we're looking primed. What I meant by prime for a short was get ready. I'm getting ready. So I probably would have got in somewhere right around here. And let me measure that. Somewhere right. I can't see that far. Somewhere right there. So if we measure that down to here-ish. Not bad. Not bad. Let me move my mouse back to my active screen here.
I see.
Juve, what's the double 10? Yeah, so what those boxes are is that means on that bar there was 10 times more aggressive buyers than there were sellers. So they were pushing really hard right there. And so the bigger that number, the more aggressive the buyers or sellers were, right? So you can see to the left of that we had a 25, a 27. To the left of that we had a 25. So it's just a multiple of the basically the buy or sell delta on that bar.
I see.
And so oftentimes those are continuations, reversals. In that case, we had the double 10s. People were getting excited. I think people were getting excited there, right? We finally broke a level. If you look to the left, we kind of broke a level there on the Renko bars. And people are like, here we go. We're going. So they bought a bunch and then got smashed. In cases like that, it would be helpful to have book maps so you can see where the heavy resting orders are, right? And so I bet you there was a red line right there in Bookmap where it shows a whole bunch of resting sell orders. And those folks, they bought right into a big block order and it blew them away. So I don't have Bookmap, but oh, JC was trying to talk. Oh shoot. Yeah, I can't hear you. I thought he went away. We were probably stepping all over each other. Sorry about that. Chad, I took it on my 40 Renko. All right, what's your reversal on that? Your threshold on your 40? So I run this chart on the right is a 12.6. On the left is a 36/18. So 3 times larger. And then I have another chart up above them that you guys can't see that's 3 times larger than that. That's kind of my big time frame chart. But you guys see what I mean by those double 10s right there? You had two bars in a row where the buyers were really stepping in 10 times more than the selling, right? But unless you have this is NinjaTrader, by the way. Unless you have NinjaTrader's Order Flow Plus package or Bookmap running, I can't see. I don't have either one of those tools. But I bet you dollars to donuts there was a big, huge sell block order sitting there. And so those folks were kind of late to the party, bought it up and then got smashed. Which sometimes is me, and probably some of you too. But anyhow, yeah, so I was thinking, we were creeping up right into that, what I call the red zone, which is the top of the channels there. By the way, these channels are not like the channels that JC draws out. This is a linear regression channel. So I've got it set to 200 bars. it automatically moves and adjusts itself on the fly. And it does a really good job. It's available on, I believe most trading platforms have the regression channel or linear regression channel. You should be able to find it. The name, well, there's a bunch of indicators here going on. I wrote it myself, so it's not publicly available. So all the signals, all the different things you see are all fired off by this down here, which I named it OFT Supermo. This is version 2. I'm working on version 3 right now, fine-tuning it. But what this indicator down at the whoops, I'm not sure. I'm not down at the bottom. This indicator does multiple things. So it charts the delta, the buy and sell delta of every bar, also the volume, buy volume and sell volume of every bar, and then the delta momentum, right? So if you get a bunch of up bars in a row, you can see the blue momentum builds, and then the same for the red negative delta momentum. And then what you can't see on that, because I've got it set to transparent, but if you look on the left-hand side, you can see that the indicator also has standard deviations of all of those items, right? Of the delta itself, the volume, and the momentum. So there's 2, 3, and 4 standard deviations of all 3 of those elements, and all the different arrows, boxes, bars, circles, things that are firing off up at the top, up here, are based on various mathematics on all that stuff. So it's all order flow driven, mostly delta and volume. And then, of course, off to the right, I think I talked about this last time. There were a lot of questions about these percentages, these floating percentages. And what that is the buying and selling pressure percentage of 4 different Renko bar sizes. So it's a real-time order flow right there. That's not triggering any, right now anyways, not triggering any indicators or signals. But it does play sounds. I can't trade without sound effects. So when the buyers are getting aggressive, it plays a certain sound. Similar to like tick strike on Financial Juice or the pulse indicator on Bookmap. I think there's other stuff out there too. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat. Trading 101. What is delta? And what would you need to calculate it? That's a great question, Gleb. Delta is the difference between the volume that hit the ask versus volume that hit the bid, right? And so you can, if you know the delta of a bar, then you know who kind of won. I mean, a lot of people can see that visually, right? If it's a up bar, the buyers won, right? So it's just a mathematical another visual way to see who's in control, bar by bar, and then of course the momentum of the bars in a row. And then if you can calculate the delta on every bar, then you can also calculate the cumulative volume delta, which is what you guys see up in the top right-hand corner of my screen right now. The NQ for this trading session has a positive 1,509 on the cumulative delta. And you can see it's lit up in blue, which means that right now the cumulative volume delta is above its own moving average. And so that'll go red if it's below its own moving average. So I just like things to light up in front of me. Otherwise I take stupid trades. So the more I can have kind of, for me, blue is good, blue is long, red is short. If everything's blue, I'm safe in my mind, right? And as far as the delta goes, there's a lot of stuff out there. So Bookmap has it. There's a ton of different NinjaTrader indicators that can calculate the delta and display it in different ways. I think Ninja themselves have a I think they call it the delta wave. I think it's similar to what's down here. It's similar to this, but it doesn't have like the negative stuff on the bottom. So everything is up. They're different colors for buyers versus sellers, but I think everything is above the zero line, whereas mine calculates, so selling delta and selling momentum is below the zero line, a negative number, and then buying delta is above the zero line as a positive number. That's how I calculate it anyways. Do we just match level 1 to bid and ask? Yeah, it's everything I have here is level 1 data only. Like I said, it'd be handy for me to have level 2 data, like the heat map from NinjaTrader or Bookmap. I just don't have those tools, but it would have been kind of interesting to see those buyers there, the 2 double tens you guys were talking about. I'm pretty certain there was a red line on Bookmap or NinjaTrader's heat map right there, and the folks that bought right into that didn't see that. So it's one more tool that would be handy to have in the tool chest, to be able to see those resting orders or liquidity orders, whatever you want to call it. Sunny Smiles, where do you buy your 150K accounts? So 10 of those are Apex accounts. Well, the top one, is the top one the sim account? I can't remember. Is that 0 right there? Well, anyways, 10 of them are Apex accounts, 5 of them are Take Profit Trader, and the other 5 are Tradeify. So for a total of 20, there should be 20 there. Yes, footprint. Yep, that's right, Sergeant. Footprint charts do show the delta. I used footprint charts. Say that 10 times fast. A couple of years ago. At the time, I could probably use them successfully now, but at the time, that stuff was way over my head. So I happen to be blessed with the skill set to kind of code my own stuff to work the way I want it to work. So I took that approach instead of continuing to buy other, because I've bought a whole bunch of indicators and systems over the years, and everything works okay if you stick with it and you understand it. But I just kept finding that there were little tweaks I would want to make, but you can't tweak other people's code, right? So I just ended up making my own stuff. How do I use so the way I use the regression channel is I have it set to 200 bars, and I use that as my kind of bias filter. So I've got it loaded up on all my charts, and if they're all pointed up, I need to be long bias, right? If they're pointed down, then I'm short bias. But I only take trades in the extremes of the regression. So this is, let me move my mouse over there. So this channel is the linear regression channel set to 200 bars, and the deviations are 2 and 4. So I only look for shorts if we're up in the red zone, or longs if we're down in the blue zone. Does that make sense? And personally, yeah, I mean, you could scalp a range all day long if you're good at that. I'm not good at that. So I use the channel as a filter, and because it's tilted down, I would only be taking shorts from the red zone. Does that make sense? Lambo ThinkScript. Yeah, that's where I started. Yep. I started on ThinkScript. It took me a while to figure out NinjaScript, which is C#. I mean, I'm no expert at it, but I was able to, kind of take some of NinjaTrader's built-in stuff. For example, these percentages off to the right-hand side, I used the base code from the built-in NinjaTrader indicator called buy-sell pressure. And if you load that indicator on any chart, it'll tell you the buy-sell pressure in real time on any bar type, any bar size. So I used the basics of that code and built it from there. Lambo, subscribe. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Yeah, NinjaScript is way more tough than ThinkScript. Gleb says, how do you set your take profit and stop loss? That's a good question. So my ATM strategy is pretty simple. In NinjaTrader, it's called an ATM strategy. But the TP and SL is the default. Well, not NinjaTrader's default, but my default. I have it set to is if I put a trade on, it will automatically give me a take profit of 200 ticks and a stop loss of 100 ticks. So a 2-to-1. However, I immediately move those to where it makes the most sense. How can I explain that? So for example, let me get my mouse over here. Say I had taken this short, which I should have. That was a nice short. My stop probably would have been, by default, would have been right up here somewhere. I would have drugged that down to this blue, the top of this blue box, or the high of day. So it would have been slightly less than my default, less of a stop loss. And then my target, I would have just left alone down here somewhere at 200 ticks. Because in NinjaTrader, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, those of you who don't use Ninja, Ninja lets you build some pretty cool advanced automatically trailing stops. So mine's pretty cool. It kicks in at a certain amount of ticks in profit, and then it trails by a certain amount, and then it's a 3-stage trail. It'll get closer and closer, tighter and tighter to the price as you go further and further in profit. And so I designed it for myself to work pretty well with the intraday trailing drawdown that some prop firms have. Because as we all know, you can't leave money on the table if you have intraday trailing drawdown, right? So, so I really don't mess with the take profit all that much. I let the trailing stop kind of do its job. A lot of times I get scared. I sissy out and close the trade early anyways, so then it doesn't matter. Let's make sure. Hey, if I missed anything in the chat, just thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. If I missed any question, just repeat it. Sorry, I haven't been on a live stream in a long time, so. Let's see. Did I answer that Delta question, Trading 101 there, Gleb? think I did a pretty good job with that. I hope. Yeah. Sorry, just reading through the chat, catching up. Huve, what's with the yellow triangle? Okay, good question. So the yellow, kind of orangish, well, in NinjaTrader, that color is called goldenrod. That's one of my favorite colors. What that is that's a delta divergence. That means we got that could mean we got a red bar, but we had positive delta. So, and they'll fire in the other direction too. So if we have a blue bar or an up bar with negative delta, so essentially they're basically just, hey, get ready. It feels like something might shift here soon, right? They're not trade signals. They're basically a get ready, something might occur. And oftentimes they do call reversals, but I'm not real good at playing reversals anyhow. Seems like I always get run over every time I try. But it's a delta divergence on that bar. Gleb, do you stream at all? Not really. I used to stream pretty much every night with the day trading nomads, but Bob does well, they're nomads, right? They travel a lot, so, and we recently got into busy season for several of us with our day jobs, and summer times are brutal in the kind of work that we all do. So they weren't streaming, and I said, hey, JC, I'll be a guest. So here we go. I don't have my own channel, and I don't aspire to do that. I'm content just hanging out with you guys and popping on as a guest every once in a while. That's fun. But yeah, I used to be on almost every night with Bob and John over on the Nomad stream. They haven't been Bob hasn't been. He's the owner of the channel. He hasn't been streaming lately. So, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. If I miss anybody, just ping me in the chat there. By the way, we got 91 folks hanging out with us here. Do me a favor, hit that like button for your boy JC. The man is the hardest working man out here in the business. How many likes do we have? Let me check. I'm seeing 73. Okay, that's not bad. Good work. Good work, y'all. Lambo, started myself, still learning. Yep. I mean, even I've been doing this almost 2.5 years, I think, on futures. Before that, I was just trading stocks, momentum in the morning. So I'm new too. A couple years, been doing it, still learning myself. Paper trade, but it's good for visuals. Doesn't feel very good for speed. Yeah. Ibrahim says, don't really know how hard it's going to be to get one single payout. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, look, trading's difficult as it is, and then trying to get a prop firm payout is even more difficult because there's different rules and their structure, and you got to trade the way they want you to. It's tough. This is not easy. Not easy. It took me a while to get to the point where I can pay out. David, is this Algo Box? No, nope. This is Ninja Renko bars. and some custom indicators that I wrote for myself, and then a couple built-in NinjaTrader indicators.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt here. AlgoBox. It's not AlgoBox. Also, AlgoBox is a proprietary
Chad,
offering,
just my own stuff.
and we're not going to comment on that.
Oh, new to coding. Okay, Lambo, gotcha. 4 years full-time trading professionally. Sweet. Well, you need to hang out here more often, buddy. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from you. Chris, yes. Backing up a little bit. Sorry, I missed your message there, Chris. Bounce signal, kinda, yes. All of those arrows are blue, red, yellow. The arrows are bounce signals. Those are, hey, get ready. Here we go. And of course, like anything out there, nothing's 100%, right? Nothing's 100%. Randy, what does your account data box show? Let me sit up and look at the other monitor. I don't remember what I put on there. I think it's just realized P&L. Hold on a second. Let me move. You guys would laugh if you saw my setup. My Lord. Okay. Let me get my mouse over there. Okay, so that's realized P&L for tonight. That was that one trade earlier. Remember when I had to run out to go to the doctor's appointment? I left that long on. Got back, was in the green, closed it immediately because I passed these accounts right here. All these accounts that say 159,000, right? 9,000 is the target. So those are the apex accounts at the top. So anyhow, so that's realized P&L, and then that's the cash value of the account. So the apex accounts are passed, and all the others I'm at like 7,000 and a half, right? So what is that? About 1,500 more-ish. And I'll pass those accounts too. So I don't know if you guys remember. I think those of you who hang out in the chat often, you might remember I had a blowout date. In fact, it was the day after JC had his big blowout. I believe it was on a Friday. And I used to trade 50K accounts with micros. And I got stupid and blew up all my accounts. So I decided to switch to 150K accounts. I don't remember when that was exactly. I think it was like 7 days ago. Well, no, more. It would be more than that. I don't remember. But anyhow, switched to 150K accounts, and this is the progress so far from that blowout day, which was on a Friday. Hold on a second. I got to close my door. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I'm going to have to invest in one of those red signs I can put outside the door that says on air, and I can flip a switch and it says on air. Oh, man. Yeah, Lambo, the whole key to payouts and the real holy grail is being able to accept you're wrong and deal with your own ego and blah. Exactly. I'm getting better at that. I used to just keep desaying in and adding to oblivion and blowing up and... Excuse me. I've come a long way on that regard.
YOLO, baby. Just YOLO.
Even those green gummies, sometimes they just hit different. You guys are funny. Come on, look up Groon's gummies. They're not that kind of green there, Chris. Huve. Do I trade mini and micro too with this indicator? Well, these indicators you're looking at on my screen, I wrote myself. They're not publicly available, but you can get like more basic versions of all this stuff. It's all built right into NinjaTrader, especially if you subscribe to their Order Flow Plus. It has all this stuff. Not exact, but you can create charts that are very similar to this. In fact, NinjaTrader has I don't remember what they call it. I think it's called the linear regression channel. And yes, you can trade micros, minis, whatever you want. These charts happen to be the mini, the NQ. But like I use Replicanto as my trade copier, and it's got a button in there where I could just check off all the boxes and tell it to trade micros instead of minis, and then I can even set a ratio. So it'll cross trade for you if you want. So yep, you can do that. Ibrahim, 248 profits of today. What were the size on the trade? Oh, I don't remember where that trade was. It was I don't remember. Do you guys remember before I went to that doctor's appointment, I said I think it was 925. I can't remember. I set a buy order, a market if touched order. I think it was at 925. And then I left for the doctor's appointment. It went down there when I was gone and tagged my entry, put me in a long, and when I got back, I was up 248. So 240. Well, some of those accounts are less than that, but we'll just call it 245-ish. So I didn't mess around. I just hit my close hotkey immediately. I was just happy to see green. I was kind of stressed out being away from the house with a trade on like that. I was watching JC's stream and I saw that we went down to 925 and I went, oh boy, I'm in a trade. I hope it works out. Does Ninja have mouse trader like Quant Tower? No, it's a little different. Ninja has the chart trader, so all these buttons over here and then hotkeys. So I primarily use hotkeys. I have the G keys down the left-hand side of my keyboard. So I've got one for buy market, one for sell market, and one for close all. So that's what I use. No, you can't. I mean, you can kind of use your mouse. I'll show you. You can right-click on the chart. Actually, let me test something. Yeah, I'll show you that. It's not, I don't think it's the same. Now, I've never used Quant Tower, so I can't speak exactly, but you can right-click on the chart and put in like a buy or a sell order, and then you can drag it around wherever you want it. But you can't just like grab, once your order's there, you can't like grab it and drag down for a take profit, grab it and drag up for a stop loss like you can on Project X based stuff, and maybe Quant Tower does that too. I think it does. I see JC doing that quite often. So no, you can't do that natively in NinjaTrader. There might be third-party add-ons that can do that, but it doesn't do it out of the box. No, Tradeify does that too? Okay. Ninja does not. But that's not a feature that I miss because I've never used it, right? I came from Thinkorswim straight into NinjaTrader. Oh, I did test Jigsaw for a brief amount of time. But at the time, that was a couple years ago, that was way over my head. So coming from Thinkorswim, right? So I kind of settled on NinjaTrader and let me see. Did I miss anything? Oh, CB. Well, no, it has limit orders too. I can put a limit order. I just don't. I always do market. The way I trade is based on order flow, like real-time buy-sell pressures and stuff like that, right? So I don't trade levels like some of you do. I'm kind of jealous. I need to learn the levels. I need to learn support and resistance, but none of that's part of my trading strategy. And so when I want to get in and out of a trade, I need to do it super fast. It's based on real-time order flow pressure. And so buy and sell market is what I use. And I don't mind a tick or two of slippage or whatever it may be. I just want in right now, right? But yeah, I can set, for example, I'll set a sell limit right there. So see that? It's way up there. So that's a sell limit order. You can see it's tagged as one sell LMT limit. And I can drag that, move it anywhere I want, right? I can also click on the number and then change the quantity. 5. I better get rid of this before it happens. Wouldn't that be crazy? So yeah, you can right click on the chart and put limit orders anywhere you want, move them around, change their quantity. You could do the same with a market order too. I can put, let me right click again. I can put a market order there too, sell market. See, it's a different color. It says one sell MIT, market if touched. So there's a market sell order. I can put it down here, right here. I don't trade that way, but yes, NinjaTrader can do it. I know, right, Ibrahim? That's why I closed it right away. What if it ripped up there and got me in 5 short? Oh boy. This market really slowed down, huh? So getting mixed signals here. We're right in like the middle of the kind of no-go zone of my channels. Mixed signals here because we had some sell pressure on, but the CVD is positive. Lambo. Yeah, I tried Jigsaw before. JC uses Quant Tower. I've never used it. I wasn't any good with Jigsaw. It was over my head back then, a couple years ago. And now that I've kind of got a system that works for me, I don't want to mess with it, you know? But I often do think about, I wonder what would happen if I took a look at Bookmap or went back to Jigsaw now that I've been trading for a couple years and I understand what's going on. I might be better with some of those kind of things, but who knows? I've got a system that works and I just stick with it. Lambo took a long. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, the buyers took control here, and for a moment the CVD up here, my indicator was blue, which means that the CVD was above its moving average. It's not right now. Actually, I should reword that. So what this does is if it's gray, if it's blue, that means the moving average and the actual CVD are both pointed up, right? They're moving up. If it's gray, that means they're opposing each other. One of them's down, one of them's up. If it's red, that means they're both pointed down. They're both decreasing. So it was blue a second ago, and looks like it's probably going to pop blue here again if I see 48% buyers on a small and large. Hey, I think I hear JC. You can hear him. I hear him. Yes, sir. Yep. Weird. I hear you. Chat, does the chat hear us both now? All right. JC the man. Oh, dang. They didn't hear that. Sounds like they don't hear you. What is going on here? Who took that long? Because you just got some money. Hold on. Let me look at the chat. Who took that long?
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Lambo, you took a long. Good job. Look at that. Look at it go.
Ooh, I'm about to hop on that long. Can you guys hear me now?
Good trade, Lambo. Especially if you're just going for a little scalp. I mean, that was $100, right? So far. CB took it at 50. Nice.
Now you guys know why I like Jesse. Talk about a technical trader. Very technical, writes his own code.
All right, so now you guys can hear JC, but I can't.
Really? You can't hear me?
Darn it. We will get this straightened out, I promise, folks. No problem.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
I got you now. I got you now.
All right, perfect. All right, so now we can hear each other when you can talk to each other. Yeah, that's why I bring Jesse. We're complete opposites in trading style. He's very technical. He's got, the guy writes his own code. That's impressive stuff. Looking forward to having Jesse. Two different approaches.
Yeah, if I could learn your levels and your moving averages and stuff, I'd be killing it.
I mean, the way I think we got to do this is literally have us both. Because let's say I'm like, all right, this level here, Jesse, are you getting your like green signal? Yeah. Now we got two. Now we got two strategies confirming a signal. Go.
There you go. Exactly.
Took a while, but all right, so there was that pop of the.
Yeah, and it popped, but see, we're still in the danger zone, right? For longs, we're in that red zone of my linear channels. So
Technically.
darn it. Ibrahim cutting out like NQ's moving. Oh boy.
Yes, you can.
Okay, Gleb is short from 949.50. Hoping to touch 945. I mean, I could see that. I mean, if we were just playing my channels alone, that might, yeah. Yep, I gotcha. Yep.
Oh, I see what it is. Speak into the mic. You guys should be hearing me now. Something wrong. Click on it.
Oh, really? Well, remember, you did have to make some adjustments the other day, and we haven't done this whole VDO thing since then, so.
I found why. You guys should hear me loud and clear now.
Yeah, that's loud now.
Perfect. All right, good. All right, so there's a test of this level. Oh man, what time is it? I'm tempted to long this for like 70. Because it came back into the top of that range that I had drawn earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's holding there. Tempting. But you're saying on your side, you're seeing a short, right?
We're in the short zone. Yeah, we're in the red zone of the linear regression channel.
I wonder if I should just leave 2 micros on. Stop at like wake up and see. T Massive might as well give us 24K. Yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no stopping this. It's crazy. Just any significant pullback gets bought right back up. You just can't short NQ long term. Scalp it, yeah, but long term, you short this. Playing with fire.
Mm-hmm.
Lambo Trading Signals. Quantower has an excellent regression channel tool and indicator. Yeah, I think I'm used to doing my channels manually, but you, Jesse, got me onto that regression channel. I use it on my other screen. It's accurate. I think it just kind of delays sometimes in updating versus a manual channel. But yeah, Quantower does have that regression channel. Hey, Jesse,
Okay.
So what I was going to ask you is, you're saying that some of the stuff that you do on your end with Ninja can be written in Quantower?
Yeah, they use the same programming language. C#.
Got it.
Yep. So technically you can take a NinjaTrader indicator and convert it relatively easily over to Quantower, where it's much more difficult to convert it to other platforms like, TradingView or Thinkorswim, stuff like that uses different programming languages.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say is the closest? I mean, I know a lot of this is custom written, but on TradingView, what would you say is the closest indicator, or that's what they call them, indicators on TradingView that would show something like that?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure TradingView has a regression channel like NinjaTrader does. Mine's just a custom version of that, but
right.
So that's probably there. Ninja has one built right in.
I never asked you what time frame are you usually executing on?
Yeah, so that's the Renko bars. It's a 12/6.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
right.
it's
That's different. Yeah,
yep.
It's not time based. Got it.
Yep. So it's a 12 tick bar, and if you get 6 ticks in the opposing direction, it flips the trend threshold.
Oh,
so that's the 12/6.
This long is starting to play out. Looking to short this though.
Yeah, Lambo, I've tried some chat GPT stuff on trying to convert mine, and it's too it's too complex. I can't get that to work.
Hey, chat. I got a question. You guys aren't hearing echo, right? You can hear me and Jesse without echo? Also, make sure you guys are hitting that live button. That way, if there's a lag or delay, it brings you closer to real time.
Yeah. Good point. And man, whoever took that long, that was nice. Look at it grind up there.
Pushing.
So we're right in the area. So talking about stalking trades, that's what I do, right? I'm trying to get much better at waiting for it to come to me. And so right now I'm watching my regression channel and I'm saying, okay, it's come to me. This is where I would like to get short, but I need some kind of order flow confluence of that. I need something to trigger off here from my indicators that says, okay, bears are stepping in, sellers are starting to sell, let's go. And so far, I've got none of that.
Get ready to short this. Problem is, do I want to stay in a trade for 3 hours? Go to bed.
That's the problem with the Asia session, right?
Yeah. All right, well, now at least I think we figured it out. I think we can probably just do tag team a little more often. I think the chat would appreciate, like, for instance, when I'm entering based on my support and resistance levels, there's a confirmation on your side. We can have some golden entries here, bro.
That's right. And then all we need to do is we need one more person that has Bookmap so they can make sure we're not buying or selling right into a big block order.
We need a third guest with Bookmap, and there's another one, or even ICT, right?
Yeah, that too.
Third guest, ICT guru or a Bookmap guru, and then we have solid calls.
Yeah, I don't know if you were watching or listening earlier when you first stepped away. I thought you were gone. I think you were still talking, but somebody was asking about these double 10 green boxes on my chart.
Uh-huh.
And I was explaining what that was. And it's a bunch of buyers stepping in 2 bars in a row, really trying to push this to break through that top, but they failed miserably and it smacked them upside the head. And I was talking about how that probably was totally visible on Bookmap or the heat map of NinjaTrader, where you could see a red line of a block order just sitting there. And those folks who bought right into that didn't see that. So if we could see it, we could avoid buying or selling right into a big order. I just don't have those tools. So we need somebody to step up. Somebody in the chat's got to step up.
Yeah, we need a third opinion here. It's going to be like The View pretty soon. Let's see. Remember that. What's it called? Quant Tower has it.
I think it's probably got some kind of, they can't call it heat map or book map, but it's got to have an indicator that shows the resting orders, like the heavy ones. Like if it's 20 or more sitting there, it should show it to you on the chart somehow. It's got to have it. I'll Google it.
Don't know how accurate it is compared to.
Well, I mean, if orders are sitting on the order book, I mean, they're either there or they're not, you know. Of course, there's always spoofing that goes on, but if you've got a big block of orders, say 50 contracts sitting at a certain price level, and it's been there for an hour, that's probably not a spoof, right? So that's what I would be looking for. D. Lorenzo says Quant Tower has DSF.
Yeah, I have that. To be honest with you, take a look. Maybe Di Lorenzo can school us on DSF here. Switch screens real quick.
It says DOMs.
This is the DSF. Oh. Adding more to what you got. Let's go back to you. Di Lorenzo, good to hear from you, brother. Thanks for tuning in.
Look at that, keeps on pushing. It's pushing the very top red line of the linear channel now. So at this point, it might be wanting to go get that high of the session.
It's a 6-point push off of that top of the range. I love how we get, but now it's becoming a 20-point trade if you cut the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Buyers still in control on all four bar sizes on the Renko charts.
All right. Getting ready for Jordan. Topping. But the question is, stay for another 2 hours. Sitting my issue with stops, so it's either babysit it or go to bed. All right. It's like it's going after 970 all-time high. Are they really going to push all-time highs today? Now I can't go to bed. Now I want to watch it, even though I'm not in a trade. I want to see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can see the percentages over here: 57, 64, 64, 54. The buyers are in control. CVD is lit up blue, which means the cumulative delta is above its moving average, and they're both pointed up. So it's a bull market still.
Hey, Jesse, let me know if you hear this. Did you hear me? So tempted to short this. It's not even.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for some kind of signal. It's pretty slow.
All right, what time is it? Trading the open tomorrow?
If I don't sleep in.
Well,
boy.
You slept in last night, right? Stayed up trading or something?
Yeah, I stayed up too late last night. I got some good trades in this morning though.
I got my trades during the CPI after the open.
King Caesar in the house.
Oh, King Caesar finally here.
Nice of you to join us, my friend. Yeah, sometimes on those big news days, I'm glad it happens that early in the morning for me being out here in the West Coast. You know, I oftentimes look back at the charts and go, I wonder if I would have done okay or I would have got smashed.
Hey, King Caesar, hop on VOD. Let's talk about your what's it called? Your hyper scalping. King Caesar, the man with the 200 trades in 5 minutes. He's got some crazy scalping strategy, but hey, like I said, it works. Good to see you, King Scalper. I call him King Scalper. Got to get King Caesar to talk to us about how he takes those trades. I mean, the guy executes literally on price action. I'm obviously kidding, guys. He's a king scalper, but he's got a very good strategy. Does it? No worries.
Yeah, it was funny. The other day, what was it? You said something about scalp. I think you were saying that would have been a nice scalp, and I don't remember. It was like 60 points or something. I'm like, geez. Scalp can mean something so different to certain people.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
For me, I mean, I scalp too. That's primarily what I do, but it's like $100 or $200. That's it. In and out.
All right. Are you getting any short signals, man? I'm tempted to short this.
Yeah. So
short it.
Bears.
I'm shorting it to oblivion. I'm shorting this to oblivion.
You can see on my percentages that's turned red.
I'm in. Let's go. We need to flush over that. We need to flush below that 20 though.
Trying to push it down. See, that's the next thing I'm going to do because I don't use any time-based charts. I don't have those moving averages that a lot of traders are trading off of, and those are important levels for me to probably have, even though I'm looking at Renko bars. So,
right.
My next indicator is I'm going to write what do you use? The 9 and the 20.
Mainly the 20.
5-minute.
20 and the 200 mainly, but I've added lately, because we're not getting a lot of continuation for the last couple of months, I've added the 9 EMA for scalping. And yeah, in the past, it was mainly the 20 and the 200.
So check this out. Next time you guys see my charts, on a Renko bar chart, you're going to see I'm going to have the 9, the 20 of the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute bars riding on my Renko bar chart.
Nice.
That's going to be helpful for me. That way, when JC's talking about the 20, I can actually see what he's talking about.
Di Lorenzo is going long. He's betting on the long. Hey, I don't blame you. Friend is your friend, right?
That's right. Yeah, they tried to sell there, but they just can't get momentum on it.
They weren't able to get over below the 20, so looks like they're gonna push tonight. Friend is your friend. Ibrahim, am I going to get toasted? All depends what they want to do here. Ooh, they're going to push it. Wow.
Sometimes I wonder myself, like,
Ibrahim switched to long. Shake it out.
Sold the bottom of 956, switched to long. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like Never Never Land right here. They just can't make up their mind. There's a little bit of a battle going on right here. A little bit of a battle. I don't know if you guys can see that little tiny. Let me see if I can move my mouse over there. Where's my mouse? Okay. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Can you guys see on the stream that little tiny red arrow that printed right there? a little down, or not arrow, triangle.
With this price action, I don't know if I could stay for more than 5 points anyways.
That little tiny red down triangle, what that means is we got a reversal Renko bar while we were outside the Bollinger Bands, the 100 period Bollinger Bands. So do I trade those? No, not alone, but it is something for anybody who's short. It's a little bit of hopium. Uwe says it could dump very bad, like last night.
This is when it gets fun. Everybody's making different calls. Lambo trader, trading signals.
Yeah.
Another larger move likely coming up in about 3 minutes to 10 minutes. We got our can't let 7 minutes.
Okay, there's some more selling pressure right there. 83%.
All right, can I get $100 on this at least? 5 points? Is that too much to ask on a dump? 5 point dump? Get a 5 point dump at least on this? Jeez, it's not going anywhere.
Ibrahim switched back to short. He says, I'm tilting. I'm tilting. Oh, Ibrahim, I've been there. Been there, buddy.
We've all been there, bro. We've all been there.
But if you see on my, let me see if it was my arrow still over there.
Bulls
okay,
are,
you see this?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
The percentage that's right in the middle, it's a green 27%. What that means is that we're 27% on the buy side since the last time the bears or bulls took control of the price action. So it's kind of the in-between, right? Since last time somebody was definitely in control, it's a plus 32% buyers hitting the ask. So I would like to see that number shrinking. There it goes, drop down to 31%. So for anybody who's in a short, you want to see that number dwindling down. There you go, 29%. So the more that number drops down, the more likely a short is to play out. And if it starts getting into the negative numbers, you're good. You're good to go.
All right. Do some magic there. Start putting that thing on negative. How about that?
That's based on the actual volume of the order flow.
No. Do something about it.
I can't do any witchcraft.
We need that thing negative right now. 30,
what you need is a few sellers to step in.
30-point flush. Yeah, Ibrahim, can we edit that right now? Let's do a little adjustment to that.
Ibrahim says minus 80%. Yeah, I've seen it. I think the highest I've ever seen that number get is like a 78%.
Holding that. Flush it.
27%. It is shrinking.
They're trying to push it below the SMA 20, but struggling. If they can flush here, then we'll get the short. If they bounce it here, we in trouble. We in trouble.
Yeah, so the way I trade, this is not financial advice and I'm not a pro, but if that were to spike up to like a plus 40, I'd close any short that I was in.
Well,
I watch that number like a hawk when I'm in a trade. It's got to be moving in my direction or I'm out.
Right now they just popped it over the 20 again.
But that number's still shrinking. Now we're down to 26%. So right now there are more sellers than buyers. We'll see.
It's a battle zone.
Can they do it?
And they do it with continuation. Willing to play the lack of continuation, even if we get the pop.
Of course, we all know that this happens about, I don't know, 179 times faster during the New York session.
Right.
Uwe says, Ibrahim, you still have time to switch back. Don't switch back again. Don't do it.
It goes up 2 points and Ibrahim switches. Tyson Hall, 2.5-point dump coming. I think we got that one already. I think that's it for the dump. Now we're going in for a 5-point pump.
I don't know about Quant Tower and all the platforms you guys all use, but NinjaTrader has this very dangerous button here. Let me move my mouse. This button right here, you see that? It says REV. Anyone want to guess what that button is?
Reverse.
That's the reverse button, and that will get you in trouble.
Especially when you're copy trading, do not use reverse. Especially when you're using, what's it called? Tradesyncer. Do not use reverse. Don't get lazy. Hit your market order and then enter a new order with Tradesyncer. Reverse will cause big issues. It already causes issues on most platforms anyways. It'll cause major issues on Tradesyncer. This is not financial advice, by the way.
No. For entertainment purposes only, I used to use that reverse button like I thought I knew what I was doing, trying to play the channels.
Yeah.
I would like go long at the top, go short at the bottom. I was all over the place on that reverse button and making a mess of my accounts years ago.
Not flush below 20. Damn bulls.
Yeah, I'm watching the time in sales and it's just not moving. It's like one contract every 10 seconds. Okay, there's some.
They popped it.
They're trying to buy. Yep.
Ibrahim was up 90. Now he's down 300.
Hey, that's still manageable. 300, that's manageable.
Yeah, that's still nothing. Come back in New York and make it back. Stop at 963 if she goes. Oh, you're in a short now? I thought you were in a long. I thought you switched from short to long.
Oh, there's a chunk of orders just came in, buy orders. Does anybody else watch the time in sales or just me?
Assuming on Bookmap.
So if anybody's interested, that's what's over there on the bottom right of my screen. So you might see though it's not moving real fast right now, but so dark green is buys, dark red is sells. The lime green is aggressive buys, which means they just hit at or above the ask. Those are market orders, right? Just get me in the trade. And then the bright pink are the opposite of that, where somebody hit the sell market. So you can see those transactions happening in real time. And then you can also see my percentage indicator there adjust accordingly as those come through.
There you go. Let's go. Let's flush it to oblivion. Now they're below the 20. They hold below the 20. We get 5 points so I can go to bed. $100. That's all I ask from this damn market. Stay. Not able to flush.
Yeah, it's like for every seller, there's a buyer. Lambo, yes, I watch time and sales, have it on one of my 6 screens. Believe it or not, I do all of this on one 32-inch monitor. That's it. Crazy, right? I want more screens. I just don't have the space for it right now. I got two to 20-something-year-olds in college, and they took over my office.
I'm watching this DOM surface. I mean, it's similar to Bookmap. It doesn't give you all the levels.
Bookmap yeah, it doesn't. It's not showing the resting orders that are sitting there waiting to get hit. Yeah.
No Bookmap. I don't use it, but I'm tempted to play. I have some nice levels, highlighted some zones.
Yeah, I mean the Bookmap thing and the NinjaTrader's heat map, similar story is like if I get a long signal, I may not want to take a long if there's 100 contracts for sell 5 points above me, right? That's not worth it. So having visibility to that is probably pretty useful. Although I've gotten this far in my trading journey without that, I would like to have it. So I'll probably add something like that to the toolbox at some point.
It's too damn slow.
Yeah, we usually get a little pump here at 12. So sometimes it comes at 12:04. Sometimes 12:08, and then sometimes not at all. I think it goes without saying, but anybody who watches fair value gaps, there's a lot of big, giant green ones down below us from today's price action. Do we go down and take them out? I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing out that there's a lot of fair value gaps below us. Obviously, nothing really above us. We're at all-time highs.
Oh. See what happens in 6 minutes.
AVL says he or she thinks London will. Yeah, I don't doubt that. London always kind of seems to do the opposite of what we Americans did.
Get my 5 points here. Sitcom.
I'm seeing sellers on the tape. 83% sellers. The middle numbers dropped down to 20% now, so
still in my short.
They're trying to push it down. Ooh, there we go. Numbers now yellow instead of green.
Still in.
They're pushing. He for sure. Okay, gotcha. You never know, right? You never know.
Up 35 lousy bucks. But...
yeah, they're trying to push it down. Let's see. Let's see.
I think I'm going to close, though, soon.
Yeah.
It's not convincing me either. I'd like to get 5 points on this. Here's the trade. Looking for 54 on this. Can I go to bed, though?
And the open of the session, 444-ish. Or 940. 444. That's where we were yesterday.
Let's target top. This is the breakout area. He wants to test the breakout area. We'll call it a night. Thank you, Lambo. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got to make more videos. I've been focusing on live that I don't do. Live is so much easier, right? There's no editing. That I haven't done the what the channel's been known for. I've been known for prop firm updates, drama, and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. I'm going to bed, man. I got to trade New York tomorrow. It can dump to oblivion. I'm not staying up all night babysitting it. Yeah, it's what I'm not liking about it. One for 51, the top of that breakout area. Probably going to test it, and they can pump it there. But see if we get next. Not even getting the breakout area. Oop. Yeah, I'm going to call it. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. Tomorrow will be another day, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Jesse, thanks for hopping on. Chris, have a great night, man. Thanks. Go to sleep, man. Don't sleep on the chair. Yeah. I'm glad we finally got the audio because it sucked when we couldn't hear each other. Now, I think we got that correct. Juve, Christopher, CB, Lambo, everyone who's on. Let me see if I missed anybody. AVL, I think Christian Xavier, Tyson, Ibrahim. What are you on? Are you on a long or in a short? I mean, it's not looking. I'm looking for the test of the initial break. Probably not going to happen. If you're new to the stream and just hopping on, do me a favor. Smash that like, smash the subscribe. We're doing this Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. and Monday morning, 9:15 a.m. I think I got it. Sure, I'm falling asleep here. All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Have a great night. Let's switch back to your screens. And I think that's it.
Yep, I'm still flat. Nothing really to show there. So good night, bud. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, wait a minute. It's trying to flush.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Not closing it yet. False alarm.
Thanks, Lambo. Lambo full ported the like button. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Hold on. Can we get these? What is it? 4 points here? Jesus. Can't even get 4 points on NQ. This is sad. This is beyond sad. Nope. All right. I'm going to close it. Are we in the green? 24? Are you short or long? A full port. Nothing like a good full port, right? All right. This did not happen fast enough, so I'm going to bed and calling it here. Close it. All right, guys. Have a good night. That's it for today. Thank you, Jesse, again. And see you all tomorrow.
See y'all.